All right, we're here with another LEGO review. This time it's the Fairground Collection Haunted House. It's an 18 plus set number 10273 with 3,231 pieces. It includes batteries because it has a light brick. And here we can see the box, a very tall box. Kind of hard to really imagine the set. It's a very tall box. Nice side art here. Very nice rear box art, back box art with some dimensions. It stands 26 and a half inches tall. Neat. It has a light brick. There's the inside. We're going to get a better look at the inside in just a second, so I'm not going to spend too much time on that. You can motorize this set by buying some extra accessories there. We might actually do that. Haven't done it yet, though. We're not sure if we will, to be honest. But let's get to the actual set. I'm going to move that to the side. We'll see our vacuum, and here is the actual set. Well, wait, that's just the bottom. Let's pan up. Oh, okay, there we go. Woo! That's going to be a hard one to get in frame. I'm going to have to go up here more. Okay, there we go. Got a few of the minifigs. You can see my whole tablet. We got the clone troopers. We have some battle droids there, a whole pile of them. Some good stuff going on here, everybody. But today our focus is on the haunted house. You just saw the first thing about it is, unlike some of our other bigger display sets, and some might do this that I don't know about, but it actually opens from the front, which I think is really cool. If you have it on display, some sets you have to like rotate to get to the back, such as I'm thinking like the Home Alone house. You might have to rotate it to get the back. Nope, this one you just open up. It can be on display right here, and you just open it up and you can get to the inside. Really cool. Let's start at the outside front though. So we have, first of all, I love this set. It was really fun to build. My wife and I built this together. Let's start with the graveyard. Now, you'll see that the letters TC are on that piece there. I believe, and I could be wrong, but I was watching a video. It was actually a Titanic review by Tiago, and I forget how to pronounce his last name, so I'm not even going to try. But his last name begins with C. And he is a former LEGO employee and now works, he's a YouTuber. Probably does other stuff too. I actually don't watch too many of his videos, but I do watch a handful. I like his reviews. They're pretty short, to the point, and he does a nice job, I think. But he has mentioned this too, and I think it's a reference to him. I could be wrong, so don't hate me for that. I couldn't find any information on it other than his video stating some stuff about it. Again, that was his Titanic video. Anywho, that's the graveyard. There's a bat. There's some plant pieces. There's a pumpkin right there. And you can grab one of our minifigures here. I'm going to put in our ghost. That's one of two ghosts. They look exactly the same. There's no difference between the two. There is no second print on their heads. Oh, there is. There's a frowny face. Why I think there was none. Was the other one have nothing? I could have sworn there was nothing. Oh no, I lied. Well, that's why I needed your help to figure out my flaws, which is apparently I can't pay attention to the heads. No, really, I didn't know. I looked when we built it, which was about a week ago that we finished, and I didn't see a second face, so who knows what I was looking at. But anywho, we have some, I love it when we have some frogs. I guess they're supposed to look like gargoyles, maybe? I don't know. But there's some frogs up here. If I can get it to focus, it's not focusing too well. There's some frogs up there, 4 of them total that I can see. I wish there was something here, maybe more frogs, but there was no others in the extra pieces, so that's okay. Still looks fine. We're gonna stay down here for a moment. Just look at all the detail. Some tiles. Moving up the front here, we have a lot of this 1x1 round stud with alternating with a 1x1 brick. Just over and over again throughout the whole build. I mean, you'll see it here, you'll see it here. In there, you can see it. You get it up here in the tower. You'll get it on the back. Lots of that alternating. Not a big deal, though. It's so quick to put together. I really like these kind of lights at the front here, and I can zoom in a little bit, too, get us a better look, especially of that front door. Let's add some light. Let's see if I can get them to close a little more flush. There we go. So cool front doors right there. And we'll open those in a second. Going up, I'm going to turn off the light so that we can avoid the glare. Really good fine detail on the whole height of the build here. Boom, done. This does open. I'm going to show you that in a little while. Now, let's go back down to the door. I'm going to turn the light back on. And I'm going to show you with this this round brick right here, a dial of sorts, you can open and close the doors. And there's one of our 2 butlers. So, we're going to close the door. We'll come back to him later. What's cool about this, too, is, and I'll read it out of the book here, it says, Manor von Baron is a spooky haunted house theme park ride. So being a theme park ride, well, we want to make it accessible. So we have a patron here, a customer, visitor, in a wheelchair. Well, they have a ramp to actually go in. And the ramp is also on the other side. It continues all the way through, and they can go in that way, as well as regular steps and the ability to walk inside. So very cool. So while we're on that, let's quickly just go look at these 2 figures because I just introduced them. We have 2 more patrons here. 2 patrons here. So this person is wearing like a sports jacket. No back print. And it's the Squids. So she looks fine. No leg printing. That's not on all the way. Head's not on all the way. There we go. Yeah, that's right. She was tough to snap in. Yeah, so I think the jersey, like the, sports jacket looks really good. But, printing on legs is always a nice thing. On arms is even a bonus. But you know what? It's not a huge deal. I don't mind it. I like that jacket. So that's her. The person in the wheelchair here, I'm going to pull them out of the wheelchair. They have no printing on their legs either. In the wheelchair, you wouldn't be able to see it very well. But if you wanted to have them to be a standing character, maybe it'd be nice to have some printing. Though, again, not necessary. I actually really like this simple sweater. I guess it's not that simple looking, but it feels kind of plain because it's only 2 colors. But I like that sweater he's wearing. Nice back print. He has a scared face on the back, covered up by the hair. All right, let's put him back in his wheelchair really quick. The wheelchair can be pushed by a figure just like that. Just have them hold it and they can push it. Boom, done. All right. Let's close this back up and let's work our way around the whole outside really quick. We're going to take a quick look. There's not much going on the sides there's a lot going on in the back, but you'll see more about the back once we kind of get into the inside here. So we're going to jump around a little bit. Let's go out here. Some plant detail. Side, not much going on. We do have this dial here that I talked about before. The side tower here has 4 sets of stacked windows, which is really cool. Lots of repetition, and there's all those, things that I told you we were building earlier. Fun to build. My wife built the top part of the tower. I really wanted to build that. She took it over, and that was fine, and then she couldn't do it for some reason, and she kept putting the wrong black pieces in the wrong spot. It was kind of funny watching her. We timed ourselves building this. She's a little bit slower of a builder than I am, which is okay. She likes to hand me the pieces. Actually, she likes to build and I like to build. A lot of times, though, we find that our fastest way of doing it is when she hands the pieces to me and I build. But she has to get some building time in, too. Let's wander down here really quick. This is the back, and you can see there's chain to put together. I'm not going to pull on it too much, but it does move. It's going to be a major part of our function that we have in the haunted house here. So we have a little lever that I'm going to show you what we're going to do with that in a little bit. I'm just going to drop it, make sure everything is set. Okay. Some other gears and stuff that'll do something too. You can also motorize this. I believe if you attach the motor, I'm betting it would go right there. At least that's what I think. I could definitely be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it would attach there. I am going to have to look at that sometime, but I don't know if we're going to do the motor. we'll come back here in just a moment, but I'll show you kind of here where the gear, there is some gap there, but it's okay. It's very minimal, actually. Looks quite good back here. There's a lot of stuff going on. I can see some people complain about having all this exposed, but it is meant to be a theme park ride, and theme park rides would have gears and parts that might be somewhat exposed in the back, usually not, usually hidden, but I think they did a nice job of it. I thought this was funny how this 1x8 plate tile rather is not like centered. You'd think it would be, but that's okay. This side is just 2 stacked windows there and then some more up here. I think it looks better with the light off when we do this. It's very hard to keep it all closed. I could have put something at the bottom here to keep it closed, but that's okay. So let's open it up. I'm going to put the light back on. I think that'll look the best, and we will open it up. We see the Butler again. We see the second Butler. I also threw somebody in at the organ over here. So let's start at the doors. As you remember, we just turn that dial. Now I'm going to come back over here, and I'm going to kind of close it a little bit, and I'm going to twist that dial so we can get some open doors here. They open right up. As you can see, these 2 candles turn with the doors, all one piece there. Above the door, we have this nice chandelier, pretty nice chandelier. We have some gear mechanisms and whatnot there. There's some detail there, just in these gold ingot pieces there. Excuse me. And then we have, we have our skeleton above that. Hanging skeleton with a sexton in his hand, or her hand, who knows. Did have a stovepipe top hat there. We have a kind of a shrine up here with a snake and some other pieces that's supposed to be up like that. Chalice, some skull heads with candles on top. All right, on like a stone table, and it is a stone table because it said so in the instructions. This instruction booklet had, I'll show you the instruction booklet really quick just to give you an idea. Has a nice, picture of the creators and some other information, including the fact that you can power it up, and how to use a brick separator, stuff like that. And then every once in a while in these instructions, and I like to use the tablet. My wife likes to use the instruction booklet. I'm just going to flip through here until I find what I'm talking about. Okay, this could take a little while. No, hopefully not. Well, eventually what you'll find is little snippets of information that they put up in the corner, or it could be in the bottom corner. It doesn't really matter. And they'll just start putting stuff. I got to go farther into the book. Generally, it's like pointing out. There we go. Airlifted out of the Temple of Anubis. Supposedly they are. Just for decoration. That's it, and that's all. That's when we make the heads of Anubis, which are actually above the organ. And we're going to get there in just a second. So I thought that was cool. And we've had other instruction booklets that do the same thing. So we're going to go back down here. This is where the butler is here collecting cash for tickets. We have an alarm going off. Oh. Yeah, so that alarm was just telling me that, that the food is done. So the food that I'm not cooking. I must have accidentally clicked it. So anyways, we're here collecting tickets, or selling tickets rather, for the amusement park. Some bottles on his desk. We have some fence pieces right there. We have some detailing here and here. We have a skull detail horn figure thing with a gem on top. Kind of cool. You can see some pieces that are involved in the mechanism here. I don't know if I love that, but again, a theme park ride might have some stuff. I mean, we just went to Disney World about a month and a half ago, and the vast majority of stuff is hidden, but you can still see stuff here and there. I mean, if you're in the water rides, you see tracks and stuff. The new trackless rides are really cool. You really just see nothing. But there's almost always something you're going to see. So I don't mind stuff sticking out, especially if it's meant to be an amusement park ride. They might have even done it on purpose. So now we have the Sphinx head, which there's another note in the booklet when you're building that. Above the ticket counter, we have just a storage area. We have a skull in Well, I would say that is maybe in like a formaldehyde solution or something like that. Maybe not, because, who knows? Didn't say that in the book, I don't believe. So just some cool relics from the excursions they would take. Above the other room here that I'll take us down to in just a second, we just have some candlestick pieces with a gem inside of a thing there, inside of a dome piece there. And just some more detailing behind it. I'm going to take us back there. There's some dynamite back there, or actually that's the piece that would blow up, detonating the dynamite. That's the plunger piece. So we're going to just put that back in here. And then we'll take us down. It looks like that might be a little loose. Maybe not. So anywho, go down here. We have the other butler. Let's take a quick look at the butler right now. So, they are identical. He has glasses on, a nice beard. Let's just do this. There we go. I think that's a little bit better. He has this vest on and just plain black pants, which I think is good for this character. Nothing on the back. Well, no, face at least. A little bit of detailing in the back. Maybe the light is better here. It's 50-50. But we have a nice top hat, so he looks good. And like I said, the other one looks identical. This little area down here doesn't have too much going on. That's just where we set him. Maybe some hieroglyphics on the pillar there. And we're just going to set him back in front. Let's move over here to the organ room. And yeah, there's an organ. So my wife used to play piano. I don't think she ever played much organ. Maybe in church a little bit, but she built the organ. She enjoyed building it. I did not get to experience building this. I think it would have been really cool to do so, but she enjoyed doing it. Very cool looking. There are some tools over here, some expedition tools, I guess, a shovel and a pickaxe. The Anubis, I'm just looking here. The heads of Anubis. That's right, the heads of Anubis, as read in the book. So one of the cool features of this house, along with the moving mechanism, which we'll get to in a minute, I am going to turn off the light for this, because you see this kind of mural here. There's a button here. This is a button. It actually can be pushed in. It says Manor von Baron. We didn't talk about it before because this is the button that'll activate that light. So let's take a look. Let's hope that it pops up pretty good on the camera. I'm going to press it. Pretty cool. It looks even better in person. It looks very good in person. It looks pretty good on camera, I guess, too, but it looks awesome in person. So yeah, there's actually a window piece behind this with, and this is all printed. This is not a sticker. They wouldn't have been able to do that as a sticker. But behind it, there's another printed window piece that is transparent with just the print on it, and it shows up in the light like that. Really cool. Love it. So that was one of my, I think I like that better than the moving function in some ways. I just thought that was a cool little thing that I didn't know about before when we bought this set. So let's get to the moving function. So I talked about us using that lever in the back. So to do the moving function, I'm going to have to kind of maneuver a little bit. It's over here. Boom, boom, right there. So I'm going to be turning that. So I'm going to have to reach around here. Now, I'm not going to pull these figures out just yet. We're going to let them go up, and then I'll pull them out when they come back down. They have a roller coaster style seat they're sitting in, and they're going to start going up once it catches here. They're going up, and you can see some gears there, but we're going to pan up with them. They're behind the Sphinx header now. Oh, there they are. Say hello. And now they're going to be in these windows. And now those windows. Now we see that top door opening up, and we're going to see our friends here, and they just drop, and they go right back to the bottom. Really cool. So what I'm going to do is back off a little bit, and we're going to kind of let it all happen here. They just dropped to the bottom. Woo! That was good. So that's that. This does come out pretty easily. Just going to be a little careful. There's just a hook holding it in place and a bar back there. So the two people, there are no, this person has no back of their head, no secondary face, I should say. This person does have a second face, kind of a scared face. I don't know why one does and one doesn't. These were the two they said to put in that capsule, if you will. So I don't know. It's okay though. They have a little bit of back printing there, not much. Again, no secondary print on the legs. I do like their outfits. They're fine. They look like people would dress if they were going to an amusement park, basically. So that is kind of nice. And we'll give her hair back. A little bit sloppy there, but she just came down from a scary ride, I suppose. And we'll give him his hair. He looks concerned because he's going back on the ride. And you just pop it in there and it'll hold in place. So yeah, I'm just going to kind of take us through the inside real quick, pan once, just to show you some of that detailing. I like the detailing of this area. It looks really good. Sphinx looks great. The whole tower, I love the tower, everybody. I just love that tower. And the building the mechanism, everything, we have a cobweb there too in the attic. So just building everything in this was really cool. I enjoyed this build. This was more for my wife. She really wanted this, and she's very happy with it. We both are like, we love building this. It was a lot of fun. That door, those doors are supposed to be like that with the gray down there and the gray up there. That's just how it's supposed to be. Somebody came to our house the other day and said, that looks weird. Well, it might look weird, but that's how it is. There's also a camera chilling up there too. So yeah. So anyways, I've posted a number of videos of Lego sets now, and I don't want to, I'm not looking to make a big YouTube channel or anything necessarily, but it would be cool if you like the video to leave a like and feel free to leave a comment. Feedback is always appreciated, but at the same time, don't tell me, go out and buy better camera equipment. I actually have better camera equipment. I just don't feel like doing it. I just want to do what I have, which is my phone. I'm content with that. My better camera equipment isn't actually that much better. I mean, it's like GoPros and digital SLRs and stuff, and it's just not going to be much better, in my opinion. And this is much easier. So I just want to bring you a quick review. I say quick all the time. They always end up being like 20 minutes. But it is a large set, really tall and imposing set. We're building some new shelving in our living room to store this stuff. Otherwise, I'd show you where it goes. It's a little messy over there right now, but it's actually right next to the Darth Vader's castle. And Darth Vader's castle just doesn't really get up there. It's pretty big, pretty tall castle still, but this used to feel pretty tall. Next to this, it just feels like a small set. But I love it. It's great. Next set I'm building is the Mos Eisley Cantina. So hopefully in the next couple of weeks, we have a vacation coming up this weekend. Hopefully in the next couple of weeks, we will get a video out on that. Leave a like, leave a comment if you like. I did lose a lightsaber from one of the guards there. That stinks. But I think I know a 6-year-old that might have something to do with that. Anywho, please, leave a like, leave a comment if you want. Subscribe would be awesome. I like seeing people subscribe. That's actually the most rewarding thing, I think, for me. But if you don't want to, that's fine too. No big deal. Thanks everybody for watching. Good night.